I find Dragonlink to be extremely interesting for a wide variety of reasons. First of all, it's been competitive since 2020 because of the Rocket Structure deck, and always somehow managed to dodge the ban list at least to a certain extent. The deck did change quite a lot over the years because a few of the cards got banned. I mean, the deck did abuse Chaos Ruler, Smoke Grenade, Needle Fiber, Link Cross, and the list goes on. But hey, even without these cards, it's not like the deck would die because it's still able to put out at least some form of a board. But to be fair, in exchange, the deck was also getting support in the form of bestial monsters. And it's not what you can call a combo deck because you're not really trying to make like 10 negates going first. Instead of that, the average board is just like Hieratic Seal plus Boarload Savage, or maybe Boarl End plus Boarload Savage, and a couple of hand traps maybe. So turn 1, you're doing enough to the point where you can at least stop your opponent a little bit, and then turn 3, you're going to kill your opponent. The question is, what is Dragonlink's main appeal? I mean, why do so many good players play the deck? And also, why did it perform so well at Worlds with Poly winning the whole thing? There are so many questions to be answered here, but I think they can all be summed up in one question. What is Dragonlink currently good against, and also what it is currently bad against? So first things first, obviously it's a deck that can play bestial monsters in the main deck inherently, so it always has a good matchup against light and dark decks. So it goes without saying that the deck wipes the floor with Despia, Mathmech, Tearlamence, Manadome, ABC, etc. And honestly, the bestial monsters are still pretty good against Sprite because they're still 2500 beat sticks, so you can jump over stuff and turn off some interruptions. And even against Labyrinth, which is a trap deck, the bestials are still pretty good because you can make them lose their furnitures and disrupt their effect of Lady. And worst case scenario, even if you can't use the bestials as hand traps against your opponent, you can still use them as extenders because they're level 6 dark dragons with 2500 attack. So this means you can tribute them for the virus trap cards like Eradicator or Deck Dev, or use them as Synchro materials, Xyz materials, Link materials, etc. And of course, the bestials are extremely good when you're playing the full package with Lubellion, Regained, and Branded Beast. The one issue is that if you play way too many, they might start being bricky against decks that do not play any light and dark monsters. You'll have to rely on your own cards to summon the bestials, which kinda sucks sometimes. But to be fair, the odds of getting a card in your own graveyard with a starter would be really high because you got Rocket Tracer, Quick Launch, Black Metal, Chaos Space, etc. So you shouldn't be breaking too much, especially if you're playing 40. And I want to say that's probably the norm for Dragonlink right now. I remember when the 60-card Dragonlink version was the most popular and I was playing 40, people were bullying the crap out of me. The Dragon Maid engine was really popular, as well as Noctovision and the Brave Token engine sometimes. I mean, the arsenal of generic dragon cards you can play out there is insane. And that's the reason why this deck is called Dragonlink and not Rocket Bestial. We even have Safer to Wyverburst and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and Chaos Dragon Levineer. And obviously, everything is so easy to search either with the end phase effect of Magnamut or Dragon Ravine and Safert. And I want to say Dragonlink is pretty well equipped to inherently be just about any hand trap. Like, even if you get shifted against Kashtira, you can at least end on Evil Storm Nightmare using just Rocket Tracer and any card you can pop. I mean, that's much better than ending on a Hieratic Seal Pass. I feel like more often than not though, people really want to be greedy and play this deck as if it were a combo deck. And because of that, people have the illusion that it's a combo deck and they start losing to Nibiru for no reason. But playing around Nibiru is a joke because all you really have to do is summon Hieratic Seal ASAP. As a matter of fact, in Game 2 of the World's Finals, Poly actually managed to end on a bigger board after getting nibbed, which just speaks volume about how powerful Hieratic Seal is. I swear to god man, Link monsters these days are just nasty. But yeah, again, Dragonlink just doesn't have the greatest Kashtira matchup. So Shifter is a thing, obviously, so when you're going first, you don't necessarily insta-win, and when you're going second, you have to worry about a Rise Art. Basically, there's going to be nothing in the graveyard for you to use your bestial monsters, so it's not really like you can start summoning all your extenders from hand. And whenever you're close to getting an out like Chaos Angel, they're just gonna banish one of your cards away. The fact that a single unicorn does all of that is kinda troublesome. I wouldn't have the balls to play Dragonlink in a format where people play a lot of Kashtira, and even purely I want to say which could be a bad matchup. So if you are a Dragonlink player, you really have to adapt to that and maybe play the right utility cards like Board Breakers instead of a hand trap sometimes. Like for example, maybe instead of Veiler and Nibiru, maybe consider Book of Moon and Book of Eclipse. Might be a little hard to pass on Veiler and Nib because they're light monsters, so you can discard them with Chaos Space and they're still food for your bestials, but it is what it is. Overall, I'd say Dragonlink is a really strong contender, but I wouldn't say it's the best deck of the format. At least not while Kashtira exists. But Kashtira did not exist at Worlds, which is a really good reason why Dragonlink was insane there. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.